If in the coming hours or days Israel destroys Iran's nuclear facilities, it will be for one reason: to save millions of lives. 90 years ago, a fanatic leader said he would kill all the Jews. The world didn't do shit, and 6 million of my people were gassed and butchered. Today, a fanatic Iranian regime says they will destroy the Jewish state. Once again, the world isn't doing shit. But this time, it will be different. This time, we have the Israel Defense Forces, and Israel will not let a regime sworn to our destruction acquire the weapons to do so. Not now, not ever. The highest aspiration of Iran's regime is to destroy us. They chant death to Israel at every major gathering. They fund and arm every terrorist waging war on Israel. They shoot hundreds of ballistic missiles at our communities and families. And so, if Israel's Air Force annihilates every vestige of Iran's nuclear program in an overwhelming and decisive series of strikes, it will save millions of lives. Because if heaven forbid the Iranian regime acquires nukes, they will push the button. They do not fear death. They welcome it. And make no mistake, Iran's dictators are desperately trying to get nuclear bombs. That's why they lied about everything. That's why they banned weapons inspectors from stepping foot in their military facilities. That's why they hid their nuclear archive from the world. I would know. In 2018, while serving as Prime Minister Netanyahu's communications advisor and spokesman, he entrusted me to help lead the team to expose Iran's secret atomic archive that the Mossad stole from a suburb of Tehran in one of the greatest intelligence operations in history. For weeks, I spent countless hours working with Israel's intelligence community, combing through a vast trove of documents, images, videos, and plans that showed exactly how, where, and when Iran would build and detonate nuclear bombs. Very, very few people have seen what I saw. Iran hid its atomic archive for one purpose: to reconstitute their nuclear program. Iran's regime is as brilliant and patient as they are evil. Slowly but surely, they've been enriching uranium, improving their ballistic missiles, and furiously hiding their know-how from the world, all for one purpose: to destroy Israel the moment they can. Just imagine the following scenario. Our intelligence isn't quite as good as we think, and we failed to uncover some of Iran's secret nuclear sites. Turns out they're more advanced than we think, and a few months from today, Iran detonates 5 nuclear bombs over Israel, killing millions of civilians. What would people say on that day? They'd say, "Oh, of course Iran did it." That's exactly what they said they'd do. They told their people that dying for Allah was the highest honor. They swore daily that they'd stop at nothing until Israel was wiped from the face of the earth. Amidst crushing poverty and drought, they invested billions in a secret nuclear program that they hid from the world. I guess we should have believed them, people would say. By then, of course, it will be too late, but it is not now. The reason diplomacy has failed is because Iran's regime will no sooner give up trying to acquire nukes to destroy Israel than you would give up loving your children. It is very hard for rational Western minds to fathom such dedication to such evil, but it remains an unassailable fact. Just watch Ayatollah Khamenei's speeches, read Iran's media, study their texts. And so, if in the coming hours or days, waves of Israeli fighter jets fly high over Iran and destroy their nuclear facilities once and for all, take a moment to thank the heavens for the boundless courage of Israel's heroes, because they and they alone are the barrier to an Iranian-led nuclear holocaust. This is not hyperbole. This is reality. War is a terrible, terrible thing, and it must always be the last option. It is fraught with confusion and pain and unimaginable difficulty, but sometimes it is also necessary to prevent a greater evil from happening. The brave young men who stormed Normandy and Iwo Jima saved the world. Many civilians were sadly killed in that war, but many more were saved. So too it will be if Israel strikes Iran's nuclear program. If ever there was a time to stand with Israel, it is now. If ever there was a time to support the long-suffering Iranian people and demand an end to their apocalyptical, mass-murdering, jihadist dictatorship, it is now. If ever there was a time to pray for Israel's swift, overwhelming, and total victory, it is now. Godspeed.